Rajiv, thank you so much for being with us today. Would you give us a brief introduction, please?
Sure. Melissa, it's a delight, and thank you so much to you guys as well for giving us the opportunity. I'm based in London, been with Firstsource for the last couple of years, but been in London for the last 20 plus years now. I'm the president of the EMEA business at Firstsource.
Fantastic. Well, the topic of today's discussion is going to be around generative AI and the way that it's impacting customer experience. You're working with lots of customers across EMEA. Would love to hear how you're seeing this Gen AI impact that world and how you're working with your clients on developing solutions.
Sure. Very interesting, and I think everyone is exploring really the overall hype of Gen AI, right? I think from where we've been servicing our customer for the last 2 decades, this is very, very crucial and important for us. Where we're seeing our customers they are in different pivot of the journey. So one is they're looking at how do I address the business needs, but at the same time, how do I enhance my customer operations, right? And we're trying to address the problem in 2 different vectors from that standpoint. So from a business standpoint, how do we make the customer experience much, much better? How do we deliver predictive analytics in terms of predictive decision making? So I think that's where there's a lot of effort being spent with our clients to really build up those co-pilots and use cases and start to figure out how do we implement and move forward in that journey. I think, if I really look at EMEA as a market as well, there is a lot going on from the cost of living pressures. You still have to ensure that, there are vulnerable customers. How do you really take care of them? Which means that you still have to drive a lot of call volumes, but then how do you reduce the wait time, right? And which is where I think where we are working with our customers very specifically is how do you deflect a voice call with waiting time towards the messaging and chat and address and troubleshoot that problem, right, and deliver a much better customer experience. So that's more from a business standpoint. But I think internally from an operation standpoint, it's a very interesting journey where we are. So we're saying we value the people, we value the agent, but how do we make sure that they themselves deliver a much better customer experience for themselves as well as for the end clients? And we are saying how do we deliver speed to competence? So can we reduce the training timeline? Can we bring AI? And which is where we are helping our customers to say, how do we reduce the training timeline, make the agent quicker and productive faster, and bring AI from a training standpoint? And then at the same time, how do we give them a better understanding that if someone is calling, is he really happy? Is he frustrated? How do you leverage AI to figure out how do you cross-sell in the right way, but at the same time make sure that you're understanding the sentiment of the customer through technology and addressing the right value chain and value problems for them. So very different journey. I think very exciting. We've been here in this market for last 2 decades now, so it's very, very important to what we do for our end clients from a customer experience standpoint. So this is a very, very crucial topic for us.
Awesome. Yeah, and ideally it's that triple win of you're improving the customer experience, you're making things easier and better for the agent, and you're also, completing your business case around whether it's productivity, efficiency,
Yes.
cost savings. That's great. And do you think in the future, down the road, we'll start to see Gen AI help to open new sources of value, outside of the productivity conversation, maybe revenue uplift and, other
I think
ways
we would. I think you're absolutely right, and I think I feel that's the next phase of the journey. How do you kind of leverage Gen AI for product launches, right? And then how do we kind of really look at revenue optimization and revenue growth in the marketplace as well? I think we are blessed because with some of our clients who are pretty much in the fintech space, we are already talking to them on some of those ideas, right? So it's still in the early infancy stage, but you're absolutely right. I think that's probably the next phase of journey as well. Some of them are early adopters, they're already thinking about it, but I think, some of the big banks and the other, the comms, media, telco companies we work with, I think it's the next phase of evolution.
Excellent. Thank you so much again for being with us today.
No worries. Thank you so
Look
much,
forward to the
Melissa.
discussion.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks.